Are you leaving the JCBs?
We're clutching at bloody straws here, but I mean, it's still better than a shovel.
Yeah. Oh wow. We have lights and brakes.
And brakes?
I know, we're crazy. Whoa. Might be daft doing this, but anyway. Good morning everyone. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, ring the little bell, you get notifications of my videos every Tuesday, Friday, sometimes we do a Sunday video. Today is big day. We're at Katie is cleaning the Keenan. Cleaning the, that's not working. Keenan, the scraper tractor, the Manitou. She's cleaning everything, and you'll see there's not something on the front of the Keenan. I'll show you that now. Washing the tractor off a little bit better. We might have a new job for the little tractor. Same job, but a little bit different. It's she's quite dirty. Gotta love her. And she's gonna wash that as well. She gets a chance. And then a little tractor looks good, doesn't she?
We'd bring a couple of telehandlers as well.
Are you leaving the JCBs? Is he happy there, yeah?
Oh, he will be, yeah.
Won't mind a JCB up too. It actually looks smaller than my Keenan, that.
It is.
Is it?
It will be, it's narrower anyway.
The only problem we're going to have is troughs.
See, let's get the thing.
Good morning, Anthony. So Anthony's the one who sold us a straw dispenser pusher. It sounds very, very simple. It's one of the best pieces of kit on our farm. So you'll see we've got something completely different, and this is a demo. So it was last year, and I met the guys from Triolet and they said, oh, you should have gone for a thing. I was like, nah, I've got a Keenan. We love a Keenan. My dad loves the Keenan. He loves the Keenan. It's built like a battleship. The only problem now is that we are milking more cows. So we're pushing the Keenan to the limit, and what is the problem with our Keenan? If you put them too full, they don't mix and they go around, and that's what I feel like we're having a bit of a problem with. So I spoke to Antony from SAS and Mark Denzel, he's actually related to me by marriage, funny enough, and they said we've got a tub feeder that can actually run on small horsepower, because the old tub feeders used to run on a lot of horsepower. So I said, why don't we try it for a demo whilst the maze, and we're just finishing the maze. The only problem we've got for it, we feed a lot of troughs, and we don't know if that conveyor belt's going to feed the troughs, but you've got to try it. You're actually dropping a JCB off for me as well, aren't you? I'll have them both just when the other one breaks down. I love JCBs, but they do like to break down. They're very big. That's what she says. But yeah, let's get it off, try it. We've got to try it. If it doesn't work, this is going down south anyway. It'll get picked up by something else. I think they can. I'm sure they can get a conveyor belt that goes up. Slightly annoying, but let's try. It might work. It might work yet. We're getting nods.
You gotta find your people, the ones that make you feel alright. The kind you wanna stay up with all night. You gotta find your people, the ones that make you feel whole. They won't leave your side when you lose control.
That is some serious driving. Tell him he can drive on them concrete bits, it doesn't matter. They're only scrap.
You gotta find your people, the ones that get the joke.
Hell of a driver. You see that rear wheel steer on the trailer as well. Right, so you can see we've got this. We'll talk about it in a minute. We need to see if it's going to feed the troughs. If it won't feed the troughs, literally I'll be taking it off.
When you're together, you got nothing to lose. In a world full of strangers, you don't know who to trust. All you see is danger.
Probably just in from the drone, the one trough we're saying it's not going to feed is a little calves. I just got in there really nicely, maybe because I was thinking about it. Normally we don't really think about getting in here, we just get in. Spot on, you just 6 inches off there. Right. So the good news is it will feed even like that, but what we're doing is you can drop it another couple of bolts. So it's going to give us about another 3 inches for the feed to get in, just make life a little bit easier. And it's Jamie, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jamie was saying it's not just flat, so it's better the machine to be perfectly flat and then it can go in. So it's a little bit low because our small tractor. Dad wants to put a bit more air in his tyres and then we'll sort it out. So we're just going to lower that down so it'll lift it up. It makes sense. So we actually got this from Cramp about 2 years ago. We started talking to Cramp. I was like, oh Dad, what are we going to get? And he was like, oh, we need a 3/4 inch socket set. You've never used this in your lives. But today, it's come very, very handy.
It has.
If you can't use a ratchet, what's the point doing it? What's this manual labour?
Well, I do have Milwaukee buzz gun lights.
I've got the buzz gun, but it's not big enough for this. Pretty busy, it's a Monday, so we're setting up. Katie's just putting that and she's doing this, obviously.
People know it starts feeling loose.
Yeah.
You'll give it a wee tighten for us, will you?
Yeah, when it goes bang.
You hit the threads with a hammer.
Yeah,
If you see some 34mm nuts and bolts lying on the ground, just have a check.
well, Mark had a good idea. Just break the threads at the end, it can never fall off.
Do you want to do it, Tom?
It's some of that, man.
Going bedding. Absolute beast. I don't know if to trade that in for a new one. Just to freshen it up, because there's a lot of money still in that.
Why don't you get a straw blower bedder machine? A mixer bedder.
A mixer bedder? No, that thing's class. It does a good job for us.
Class.
No.
The red one.
What?
The red one.
Not very red. That, honestly, I would not. We tried that. It was amazing. It's great. You're wrong. Mikhail is the best. I don't know who else you work for, so.
I don't work for anyone else.
Oh, do you
I
not?
work for Triolet.
Oh, Sam.
What spool do you want it in?
So, yellow is the door.
So what one you wanted to work off
Open
on
and
your
shut
cab?
the door, and
No,
then
it works off the box.
Stay in. Will
Oh.
it stay in?
Yeah.
Will
One-
it stay
one-
in?
aye.
Oh, stay in. There's red in it, Dad.
Yeah.
Dump valve. Yeah, I think it's
All it
red.
needs to do is stay in pump.
Oh, really?
That's all it needs to do.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Lights, they help.
Yeah. Lights when you're going across the road.
Do you know how much I've modernised our farm? We have lights and brakes.
And brakes.
I know, we're crazy.
Whoa.
So we are so green to this. Get it? Green, Keenan green, that we have no idea how this works. So I've apparently just works on one spool. We've got lights, we've got brakes, we've got PTO on, and then there we go, pretty much. That's a lot of cable there, Jamie.
Yeah. We can tidy that up though.
That'll do. That's good, the Keenan looks clean. Amazing. It's aroma, Manny 3. That is technical with cable tying.
Well, what do you do?
Yeah, it's only here a week, isn't it? Are you saying a week?
Whatever it takes, Tom.
Whatever it takes
go.
to change my mind.
He's the main man.
Hello. Hello. Look at that. That's fancy. That. Right. You see if it works.
Who's getting on? Who's getting on?
I'll get on.
Come on, then.
So I am so green to tub feeders. Obviously, my dad is a mad Keenan man. Loves it. They're indestructible. They're built like tanks and they last forever. And I don't mean to insult into anyone here. They do last forever and he loves them. But I do have a mixing problem. That's what we're going to look at. But I'll talk about that in a minute. Right, we're going to go up to see how heavy I am. Jeez Louise. 105 kilos. Impressive. Take it back. There's some space in there, isn't there?
The big hole. The big.
We were only here to see if it went in the trough, and it did go in the trough before we moved it, but we've moved it again. It will definitely go in the trough now. It looks quite low, but the wheels at the low point will go up there. We did that as well because when we put the new parlour in, if we ever want to break that concrete out, we're not breaking the new stuff. The only trough it won't fit in is that one. We know that. We're fine. We're happy with everything else, aren't we? We're gonna have a bit of a look round, but we're gonna move this around there. Just mental, the amount of kit we've accumulated over the last like 2-3 years. If everyone used to watch me when I first started, I think it's nearly 7 years ago. Like, I know a lot of people say, oh, you push the farm loads, and sometimes you get so busy doing all the other stuff that you don't really take it in. It is mad. It is amazing. Like, I wouldn't have even dreamt of the amount of stuff we could do. This is just like a normal demo, a bit like we had that Manitou a bit ago. I didn't really film it, you just seen it on a TV video. It was too big, didn't like it, we just said, nah, it didn't really work. Sometimes I like to take stuff off YouTube and just like to demo it as a normal person, but it takes the pressure off a little bit. I thought this was quite cool, something a little bit different. Just gonna take you somewhere it's a bit cleaner. So it doesn't feel as big as I thought it would feel. It's thinner than I thought it was. I thought it was gonna be massive. I thought it was gonna be taller as well. It's smaller in every single way, which is crazy. So that's better going left or right. That's speed, that's door, that's...
Everything else apart from the very last one you can forget about.
Right, okay.
The last one is your 2-speed gearbox.
Oh, okay.
Out of PTO, so like it is just now, if you switch that down and then hold it down, it should...
Ah, the light changes, I'm guessing.
There you go, it's got it.
Yeah, we're in. So that's when you're full and you want to start it nice and slow.
Yeah.
And then when you've only got a bit in.
Yeah, when you've got about a ton left, ton and a half.
Your traps will tell you. You'll learn how the tractor is performing with certain loads. Doing a dry cow mix with a lot of straw, it's probably more beneficial to running high. Because you're going to
and it's lighter, so it doesn't take as much speed. You know, the wetter the grub, the harder it'll be on the machine.
Got 1,000 speed PTO on that. So what some of my customers do, they leave it in low box in there. When it's loading and full, 540. When you get to the end, you just want to throw it out into 1,000 and it flips it out.
Okay, so we've had a bit of a play, we've sorted out, we've gone higher because that was the only problem. We spoke to Anthony, it was the last lammer, it wasn't the lammer just gone, but the lammer before. How tall are we?
34.
34, just over maybe. Now how is that trough?
The little ones were 28 and the other one was 31.
So we'll be in just to be tight. We might make a bit of a mess. Dad is a big fan of Keenan's. There's no way around it. He's a big fan of Keenan's. They're built like Battleship and last forever. Sorry, Jamie, but it's true.
Simplicity is the ease for me. Simplicity.
Then Antony said, I want to kind of give it a go. It's going to be here a week. We're going to give it a trial whilst the maze is still going. We don't have a lot of that left. But I always thought these were taller, wider and like longer, so I thought they would never get in. But it's not as big as I thought.
No. So if you go, the widest part of this machine is the cross elevator, so 1.2 metres. It's a twin auger and it's 1400, which is 14 cube. It's a true 14 cube as well. So we measure after we put the augers in. Two lifting systems, so it's like a butterfly at the bottom here. This bit is 25 mil and the rest of the auger is 22 mil. We put what we call our wear band at the bottom there, which you'll see out here. Industry standard for tubs is 8 mil sides, right the way down to the floor. This wear band we put in here is 12.5 mil thick.
Because you're used to them going wrong, because that's where they get the most.
That's where they get the most wear. But it gives us that vertical inside, so we can bring our auger right out to the outside, so it's evenly right the way around.
Which is good, because life isn't perfect and stuff does wear. You use it, you know what I mean? The only time you break a piece of kit is when you use it, isn't it?
Just while we're on the outside, see the line of the wedge there? So we have an asymmetrical wedge rather than a symmetrical wedge, which creates a void, so it's that way, so it's shallow on that side. It creates a void in here so you get horizontal movement, and more importantly, where the V touches the floor on this side, you can just see it as a line up there and go down there. On this side, the V touches the floor here, but on the other side, the V touches the floor over here. So when the feed comes down the auger, it has to move to the other auger, and vice versa when it comes down.
So it's mixing it and it has to get to the front, so you've not left loads of that.
There's another point, just from because I know you talk about the Keenan all the time. Loading the feeder is different in a Keenan than it is in a tub.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So what do you put in first?
In a tub, you always put the longest product in first. So if you're putting straw in, there's unchopped straw, then your silage, then your maize, then your pre-mix or whatever you're putting in, and then your liquids on top of that.
Oh, really? And so we've got to put our grass in first and straights in last.
Yep.
Oh, that's a weird way, isn't it? That feels unnatural.
Well, it does feel unnatural, but it's just totally burnt. I mean, it's not that unnatural.
It's completely unnatural. We've been doing something for the last 12 years of my life and 40 for yours.
Well, thank you. Back to the daft.
If it suits your system that you want to put your straights in first, crack on.
We needed the twin auger for side. That's the only problem I have. We're milking more cows, and we just can't fit what we want. And I've made that shed a bit annoying, so it's so tight I can't get in. I'm really surprised at how tall it's not, wide and everything. It is quite longer, so it'll be interesting to get it in. So we'll have a bit of a play later.
I think when we looked at the measurements, it was 300 mil or 400 mil, I think, longer from the centre of the axle to the drawbar pin.
This is compared to that. Right.
Compared to that.
And the mix this is different, isn't it? Because it goes up, doesn't it? It goes just mix up and up and up. How much do you reckon we can get in here?
I think
obviously dry matters.
Yeah, dry matter's all different until I see the silage and whatever. I think you'll get 5.5, 6 ton in there.
Okay. We'll do it as we normally do it. And then if I get a full day, so I can mix during the day for the night and the morning. It'd save a lot of time in the morning, wouldn't it? We'll have a look how it loads. It's worth trying.
Not that sad. Look, I'll give them a deposit already. It's not
that. You're going to take measure. But Luke does love them as well, so Luke wanted to get something to start with. We're just doing it on demo. Literally, we've only had our Keenan a year. We think it's class. It's just my problem is I'm milking more cows. Tried to sell at market, didn't get the best value. What do? Try and feed them a bit better, maybe. Might be daft doing this, but anyway.
We playing the game of how heavy it is. It's weighing very heavy. It is weighing heavy.
Are you that heavy?
No.
Yeah, that's about right.
Should be 110.
Should be 110.
If I had a good tea last night, maybe it might be 115. Oh, hang on a minute, somebody sat in there. After you put the last ingredient in, roughly 4 minutes.
Okay, just leave it 4 minutes.
Yeah, and then but keep an eye on it because you'll be used to leaving it for, well, I don't know how long you leave your Keenan.
Not long.
That's probably the problem, to be honest.
Diesel's expensive.
But yeah,
Time's money.
but you can overmix with that, eh?
Oh, can you?
Yeah, you can over-process.
I actually have Mr. Bloggs, who is on his way. I think actually sending Robin for some straw as well. Rung him. I was like, how far are you away? He's not set off, so he's 2 hours away yet. So there's some straw coming. Right, let's give this a go. That's on. We'll shut the door. That was surprising. There we go. That's nicely quiet actually. That's literally putting the meal in now. Probably like a recipe this, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then you put it in the slow cooker. Jobs are good, isn't it? Only on about 340, something like. We don't like revving him to the back nines, really.
What horsepower is that element?
Tractor 90.
Yeah.
I was just saying before, the first load of maize was not anything to shout about. We are obviously getting to the back of the maize. I have started a video with that, and then I want to do a maize video. This was going to go in the maize video, but I think it's interesting just seeing how this is doing. I think it'll be long enough to see how the mixability of the feeder is. Repaired the tyre.
Big glue and a bit of
Rotor will get the valves just on that.
I'm feeling good. Feeling good. I can't let it go. I'm feeling good.
You can just see from the drone, it's going a bit slower. Just going to put a couple more revs on. So you can see the silage is on top, and you can see the stuff underneath just coming out. So it's pushing it up all the time, and that's how these feeders are made. Interesting that, isn't it? And they said leave it about 4 minutes to feed. Hole there, see it's making that hole, and then all the grub comes into it. That's interesting. Look at that, look at that, look at that. And then that's how it mixes. There's loads of room in here.
Alright. As I said, well that's at what, 4.8. You get another 1.5 2 ton in there, like.
Easy.
Probably just should have had that in high box. See how that's not actually mixing. You know, it's 90% mixed through.
Yeah.
But when you get a lump like that there, if you had a bit of speed on that, it would have broken that up. You see.
Right. So see how it feeds out later.
There's nothing wrong with our feeder. Don't get me wrong. Our feeder does a great job. The whole concept to this is to try and reduce the cud balling, the binding together, particularly with Selco being a sticky product, and then them all going for that sticky product. It's like if you have a bloody stew, someone picking out all the meat and leaving potatoes and veg behind. Yeah. Our performance is good. All we're doing is again
trying to improve it by like 1%, 2%,
maybe 3%. All we're doing is dotting I's and crossing T's again. Now we don't even look at what price these are at the moment. We haven't even looked at them or comparing to change them. we don't look at that. We look at the performance before we look at the financials, and it's very important that the performance is more important because it will come back on the financials instantly. We can see the capacity of the machine is bigger than our keep, which you think is going to be a great help, which I think may have an advantage, loading time and whatever. You make a mix in for the day as long as you get it right.
I don't got to change the world. I just got to be myself. I don't count dollar signs. Spread love and I share the wealth. I've been overthinking all my life. No more wasting all my precious time. I feel alive, I feel alive. Feeling like I'm 10 feet tall. I feel alive, I feel alive. Feeling like I risk it all. Ooh, I living my fantasy. I'm right where I want to be. Don't believe a word you're told. Only you can save your soul. Come on, light it up and let it shine. Let it shine.
Still 170 kilos on it, it won't come off the augers. It's like it's stuck on. Weird. So look how much grass is left in that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And you had that on
But it was
hair.
on hair, nearly revving hard. 175 kilos it says left.
But that's on the augers, look at that.
Yeah.
Odd. That must be to slow it down.
It is. Yes, that does slow it down.
So you might be better feeding out right
And just this way on that trough.
on the trough to get
yeah,
it in.
Yeah. So we might be better
See, we've
feeding
got a
out
flat
right.
there. That
Yeah.
flap, I'm gonna guess.
Still does it, slows it down.
It's to slow it down. I think
Yeah.
the audio went a bit
Yeah.
crazy. Right. I'll just show you.
And then we're looking over your right shoulder all the time. You're not having to look over two shoulders.
You'll also see we had to get max services in.
Fix the wheel of it.
I'm guessing so, yeah. We had to take the rims off these and we've adapted it just because they kept breaking. They did like 4 or 5 bearings this year alone, and we've redone the tyre as well. I know I need to finish this. When I do the roof, I'm going to finish. I don't think I'll do the car building this year. I've got a few bills I still need to pay, and like get the roof on and just have not have a break, but and then save money for the car building so I don't have to borrow that much more. I think I don't want to. It looks like that's what's going to have to happen. One thing is, Devon looks bigger. Does it look bigger? Oh, I don't know. Dad just pushed it up so we can't look at how it came out of the actual feeder. Gotta love it. It seems to mix it well. Those bit of grass pockets that Jamie was talking about, I think they've gone. You can just see sometimes it'll feed it out a bit more than less. And I think I was driving at the same speed then. It gets like a clump, but you know that mixing ability it has when it mixes? I think it just gets a big large bit and goes whoom.
It does. You can see it. It's not on a constant spiral. There's a big lump goes down, then there's less.
And it's like,
every time it goes around one thing, the big lump comes down.
yeah. It's great for mixing it, but putting it out is a little bit uneven.
We're clutching at bloody straws here.
Oh yeah.
You know, let's be honest with you, yes. But I mean, it's still better than a shovel.
That is the fact.
Hang on.
Let cows go. Bit.
Stand there and watch them when you go. You ever notice when you let them go in the morning, some always go to the top end?
Yeah. That is a great point.
The regular ones, the ones that know, they don't stop here, they know, possibly with the Keenan, the more meal comes out at the top end. It's a better mix when they first.
I'll show you exactly what Dad's saying. That is very interesting, that, Dad.
Yeah.
Look at that. There's only 2 of them.
Then I walk back through to the feeder. There's some cows who walk to the top end first all the time. Now we're looking at a difference today. Remember all that sorting I said they were doing before?
Yeah.
And look, they're saying, well, I can't find. I'm looking now for the bits I like. If you're having a cherry pie, you look for the cherries. So they're going, well, they're not here. Remember, did you take a video of it?
I didn't video of you sorted. Yeah, I did, because that would be on a different video.
Yeah.
We're going to do, we're getting to the end of the maze, so I've got the maze from like where we're near the end to the end of it, and then we'll see what the milk production does as well when we fall off.
Yeah.
Bringing this feeder in, it's just changing things a little bit. I'd rather not done it, and we brought another product in as well into the feed, because we don't really want to see milk drop, but it'd be interesting to see, so we've got another video we're going to
They're
look
just
at.
sorting here now, they're just starting to sort, but they're nowhere near vicious a sorting as they did last week.
Flicking it out. Be interesting to see what's to push up in the morning. Tomorrow morning would be interesting, wouldn't it?
They're probably only sorting 20% of the time as when you first let them in last week. They were sorting every time they went to it. They were sorting straight away.
And if you don't know what sorting is when they look for the best bits.
They're looking for what they like. Whether they're picking out, they'll pick out the Selco, they might pick out the other products, they might pick out some of the meal. There's bits in the meal that varies. Now their sense of their nose and their tongue and their mouth is a lot better than our sense of taste, and that's why they can smell it. They can smell it with the nose.
Yeah, you can see this. Look at this cow here. It's called Socks 192. Yeah. Ben's favourite cow, one of the relief milkers. And look at it. She's just eating. She's not picking. Does that make sense?
But at the moment, I'm impressed why they're getting everything. If the first 60, 80 cows come and sort 50% of the good things out, the others have to live off the other. So the overall, you know, you may get a better milk yield per cow per day overall. It'll take at least this week, we've still got the maize, to see if it makes a difference by weekend on the milk volumes. And the best way to tell it, as much as anything, is you've got your computer printer.
Oh yeah, I'll be able to see that all the time. And on the computer as well, what you can see is you can see how the cows have been feeding. So if there's been a change of feed, positive or negative, there's like you get individual cow and then there's a herd progression of how they've been eating. So if everything changed, when we had really bad weather, bringing the cows in the 2 days before, the eating changed by 11%, which is like a massive dip. So we'll see if this changes to 3 or 4%. We'll probably do another review in probably 10 days when this goes, or probably 2 weeks by the time the video's out. But this was filmed on Monday. I wasn't going to put it out on Tuesday, but I think it would be quite interesting because it's very current what's going on, because the other video it doesn't really matter, it doesn't have to be current. So that's what we're going. Anyone who's had a tub feeder, anyone who's had a Keenan feeder, put in what you like about each one and see if we kind of can spot those bits as well. I still have 4 years left of repayments on my Keenan, so...
Are we 4 years?
What?
Did we do it over 5?
5 years, yeah. So that probably answers a couple of questions, but we like trying things, we like giving stuff a go.
Yeah. It was important as well, we tried it with the Keenan now, it's a year down the line since we put the Keenan on. It is one of the later ones. That is a new machine. There's no point in trying in 5 years' time when your Keenan it's had its best, it's not mixing as well. It needs new rubbers, new flaps, new blades, new this, that and the other.
So we're trying new on new?
New on new. You're trying like for like, and as soon as you alter that, there's another variable in the system.
I might actually do a Sunday video next week because we have like some livestock video we did again last week, so yeah.
Antony likes it because he's realised that we give it an honest review.
Yeah.
It's not for the fact we want one, not the fact someone's going to give us one, anything, none of that bloody palaver. But we give an honest review of what we find on this farm.
So I will try and do as much as I can of reviewing the next 10 days, even if it's on my phone, see what's going on the computer, see what the cows are doing. We'll keep the diet the same as we can. We are getting to the end of the maize. I need to do a review on that and what are our thoughts going forward. We've had a couple of developments behind the scenes as well, which we'll update you on. Like Dad said, we're not paid to say anything. We can say what we want. We do have a review of a product that we used last year in April, don't we? That needs to come very soon.
Yeah, we need to do that. But
if anyone has any questions about it, DM me and I'll let you know. I said the end of January I'll get it done. You know which video I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah.
Before you do anything, DM me.
The proof in the pudding's in the eating. This lot are eating the pudding.
There we go. And on that bombshell, bit of a Top Gear reference for anyone who's watched it old. If you did like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to YouTube channel. Plenty of cows, plenty of eating, and plenty of doing. See what it does. See you in a bit. The only thing I can say before we're doing this, the cows lately have been performing really well, like fantastically since Christmas, and doing really well. And that will be in a review for our maize video, because I think that could be something to do with it, might not be, I don't know. The parlour is a massive catalyst to it all, 100%. Everything that I've done in the last 3 years just seems to be knitting together and working, which is amazing. You know, it's been a lot of hard work and stress, and I maybe should have taken January off. A lot of people were saying to do so. I did feel a little bit run down, everything was just, a lot of stuff was going on. I'm definitely feeling the stress. Joe did say to me the other day, you're feeling it. It's true, I am, to be honest. But we're getting better, we're getting out of it. And I maybe didn't need that pressure, but we're all good. We're getting out of it, we're going on the wrong thing. But yeah, it's just really refreshing to know the last stuff we've done the last 3 years really worked. So we're just tweaking things, having a play. And like I say, I've got 4 years left on my Keenan, so I don't think it's going somewhere too fast, is it?